There we are. Good afternoon, everybody, and how the devil are you? I've got Mark in today, doing my earworm for me. Hey, Mark, how are you doing?
Oh, very well, thank you. Wayne, how are you?
Oh, I'm grand. I'm grand.
Good
Another lovely,
afternoon, everybody.
another lovely rainy afternoon up here in Dumfries. Right, guys, what we're doing today? I've got a small piece of cherry, crotch piece of cherry. There's a number of ways you can actually do this. You could turn it like a thin stem vase type thing, turning from the inside like that. You could actually turn it between centres on one piece and then between centres on the other piece. Or you can do an egg shape out of this. And it's the egg shape I'm going to do out of this. Now I could turn off all this extra wood just with the gouge, but it's actually a hell of a lot quicker if I just nip around to the bandsaw and do it on the bandsaw. So that's what I'll do. I'll be back in a couple of seconds.
I'll just go through who's in the chat set at the moment.
Yep, that's Grandma.
We've got Robbo, Jay Wooden Thinks, Henry, Design, Harry Fisher, Secular Wood by Pete, Robert Colbert, Steve Ellis. Good afternoon to you all. Hope you're all well.
Afternoon, everybody. Thanks for coming in. Much appreciated. Right, I'll change camera so you can see what we're going to be doing. I'll put it on the overhead. There we go. To get some stuff out of the way. Bring up my tailstock. Move the stove.
Take us off screen, Wayne.
Oh, take Mark off the screen.
They don't want to see my ugly mug.
There we go. We'll get this lined up. I had it lined up earlier on. I like doing these. I've done quite a lot of these in the past. I just enjoy doing them. Now I'll go with me longer rest to start off with.
We've got Hobby Turner,
How you doing?
B&B, Flaming Turner,
Hi Nick.
Pot Guy to Wood Turning,
Hi Jobby.
Keith's asking, can you zoom in a little bit?
Can I zoom in a bit more? I don't know how this will affect the picture, Keith.
It might blow it out a little. That's fine, Wayne.
That any better?
Yeah, that's fine.
Right, so I'm turning that. Oh, hang on. You're not turning anything because I haven't got my mask on.
Tommy Turner is saying that he managed to turn a crotch piece into what looks like an eye, filled it with clear beads, a large blue one in the middle.
Oh, that sounds nice. Now the bark on this piece is particularly thick, so this is going to end up a fair bit smaller than what it looks at the moment. I'll just bring it round. I'll take some of the bark off the bottom here.
Ian Leonard is in. Afternoon, Ian.
Just get the bottom of this straightened up, then I'll go sized up for the tenon. Just put a slight dovetail on that.
Robert Dolman's in.
Sorry, Mark?
Robert Dolman's in the house.
Hey, Robert. Right, take this sender out of the tailstock. One thing I don't like, it's...
31 in Wayne.
Oh, very good, very good. Yeah, the one thing I don't like, it's damaged elbows or pointy things.
Steve Ash is in.
Hey, Steve.
What chuck is that?
This is the the Axminster SK100.
That's the okay, yeah, right. That's the one I've got.
With the O'Donnell jaws.
I like those jaws.
Yeah, well, you get interchangeable jaws for them. So I've actually got the medium set on at the moment. That's what I was doing just before we started, putting them on. So you have a large set, you can screw on a medium set, then you can take the medium set off and screw on a smaller set.
Oh, that's good.
See how that's running?
Are they dovetailed or are they straight?
These are dovetailed. The C jaws are straight with a lip on them, and these ones are dovetailed.
Cool.
And actually, for some reason, I don't know why, but those jaws are actually running out. I've never had that before. Not that it matters to this particular piece. Just got me chuck key there, give us a second. Not that it matters to this particular piece, it's just that it's never happened before. I'm just going to take the piece back out, just for a second, just to see what's happening with the jaws.
Stephen Young's in the house.
Hey, Steve.
Another Steve from many Steves.
Yeah, they are running out ever so slightly. Oh well, ho hum. Such is life. It'll not matter to the finished piece.
Robert Robertson says it looks like the jaws are flexing.
Yeah, it does a wee bit. Like I say, it hasn't happened before, but I'll live with it for the moment. It's not a huge piece that I'm holding on to. Right, go and use my spindle gouge, half-inch spindle gouge,
Steve
and get some
Jones.
shaping done.
We're almost up to the full closure of Steve now.
See how the shape's coming along. Yeah, that's not bad. I've got a wee bit to take off here. I've still got the flat on the top of there. A lot of this bark, you can see the stringy bits here, but a lot of this bark's going to come off anyway. In fact, probably all of it will come off, to tell you the truth. Now, this piece is purely decorative. It'll have no function whatsoever. The cherry itself is still nice and green. I cut this down, oh, I don't know, probably about 4 or 5 weeks ago. There we are. Now I'll start shaping the bottom of it. Oh, still got a wee bit to do here. I've got a little bit of a bump here.
Steve Harry is in the house. Bonjour, bonjour.
Hi, Barry. Now I'm not going to take this really thin at the bottom just yet, because obviously I've got the inside to get cleaned out. Give that a sand.
BB Turning says, that looks interesting. Wayne, and it should be a nice piece.
Hopefully, I'll see if I can get it. Yeah, there you are. You should be able to see that better now. See the shape of it. Probably be easier sanding this with a power sander, to tell you the truth. You can actually see it's picking up all that muck on there is actually coming from the bark. That's where that's coming from.
It's clogging the sandpaper up, isn't it?
Yeah, that happens a lot with wet wood and wet bark. So I'll just go on to my power sander. Anyway.
Paul Lockwood says, that's rather a dainty piece for Wayne.
Yeah, thank you, Paul. Yes, you're probably right there. I do small pieces as well as large ones.
Question, Wayne.
Yeah.
Barry would like to know, does cherry have a distinctive smell?
Not really. At least none of the cherry that I've come across has it doesn't really have a distinctive smell. Well, maybe it does. It's not unpleasant anyway. Brass brush and give that abrasive a clean out. I'll probably end up doing that a few times.
Through my limited experience, I found olive wood is the best smelling wood to turn.
It is. Olive is very nice. Elm, which is another one of my favourite woods, can actually be a bit harsh and unpleasant smell.
Yeah, that mushroom I did the other day, that was elm. It's a bit overpowering.
It can be, yeah. Right, that was 80 I did there, so I'll just go on to 120.
Pete for Twisted Trees is in.
Hey, Pete.
Hello, Pete.
And we'll finish off with 240. The other way to do this, because sand and wet wood can be an absolute nightmare, really, because it picks up all the bark and everything. The other thing you can do is take all the bark off, or you can actually, plus sand and wet wood is not very good either because it clogs up the abrasive and everything. Once I clean the inside of this out, it'll actually be easier to sand because the abrasive will warm the wood up, and as it's thin, it'll dry it out. I'm not. Well,
Steve
I'm not.
Jeremiah saying that he did camphor wood once and got it reeked.
Yeah, cedar of Lebanon is nice. That's got a lovely smell. Cedar of Lebanon has. Right, so I'm just going to start off hollowing using my Simon Hope 6mm hollower. The blade is set at 45 degrees. Move that wood out of the way. That's better. The other good thing about doing these types of things, it's good for tool control. Plus, because of the voids, you can actually see how thin your walls are getting.
Yeah, I've got that hollower too. It's a fantastic tool.
I'll start taking this bark off because it's bloody annoying.
I think mine's the 10mm cutter.
Oh yeah.
Gary's asking, good question, why don't you debark first?
Probably because I'm lazy.
If you're honest.
I know I should have done. I mean, they're just coming off fairly easy anyway, so I probably should have done this to start off with. Probably would have made life a hell of a lot easier. Right, give us a second. No, I've put my chisel down.
Look what you've done, Barry. Oh, the bark was thick.
Oh yeah.
Barry says he's bad. Sorry.
You're fine, Barry. I'll get you later.
Sorry, guys. Okay, so careful, make sure you don't stab yourself.
I'm trying.
Because that wouldn't be amusing at all, would it?
Well, it probably would to a lot of people. Right then, there we go.
$39 in win.
Oh, grand.
Blair from Good Turn Dailies in the house.
Right there. Right. Move on to my cheap carbide tool.
Hello. Mike Watt would be proud.
Stop using my carbide tool.
Dr. Bob's in the house.
Hey, Dr. Bob.
And Steve Ellis.
And hello, Steve.
Glenn Senior's in the house.
Hey, Glenn.
right in thinking that technique's called back hollowing?
Yeah.
Cool. Robbo says, tighten the chuck again.
Cheers, Ian.
Mike, the Midnight Joker, says, Wayne will put Yorkshire grit on anything but his crotch.
Thanks, Mike. Bit of a random thought there.
Jennifer Stroughton's in the house.
Now, obviously doing this, I'm getting a lot of ridges up the side where the cut isn't even. And I'm not going to be able to get in, obviously, to sand this very well. So what I'll try and do, where's that gone? I did see it the other day. I'm going to use the Simon Hope high-speed steel scraper. To just see how that goes in to start off with. And I'm going to use it tilted. I'm going to use it tilted over. This tool, I have got a handle for this tool. It's a 3/4 inch bar. But this tool actually goes into the Simon Hope hollowing jig.
That's good, I can breathe again now. I was holding my breath through that.
Yeah, I've actually got quite a big dip just here. So I'm going to have to take a fair bit off the bottom.
That's 50 in now, Blaine.
Oh, grand. Thanks, guys.
Remember those thumbs up, people.
No, don't bother with that. I'm not concerned. No, we're getting there. We're getting there. You just got to clean up the top now. Have you got YouTube on?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, I'm getting in there. I'm getting in there for.
Oh no, sorry. Sorry.
Just a couple of little ridges still in and around this area, which I'll get rid of. This tool is producing a fairly decent finish. Just want to get rid of some of the lines. The back hollowing with the spindle gouge, I was first shown that technique by a wood turner called Jamie Walwyn, who used to be co-owner of Craft Supplies when they were still based in Millersdale, just outside Buxton in Derbyshire.
Rob CP's in the house. And Damo from Ucha
Hi, Rob.
Kapini.
Hi, Rob. All right, just excuse me a second. One of these cameras is in the way.
Hello, Rob.
That's better.
Good day, Damo. Midnight Joker's having to say goodbye.
See you, Mike.
Got guttering to put up.
We're standing away the little fluffy bits. And
Is
then
there
bark.
buffering here?
Right. Glenn's saying the feed's buffering like mad. Is that the same with anybody else?
It's fine here. I'm watching on YouTube and StreamYard, and you haven't buffered yet. Everybody else is saying it's fine, Wayne.
Grant. Thank you.
Steve Ellis is telling Glenn to rub some YG on it at his end. Fixes everything.
Right, I'll turn a bit more at the base. And then we'll get it finished off.
BB Turning's having to drop out. Tommy Dunn's had to drop out.
Cheers, Tommy. Thanks for coming in.
And Barry has done yet another Baby Shark reference.
I've never seen Barry do that.
No, he never does anything like that.
Never, no. Oh, thank you,
Twisted
Pete.
Dreams just giving you a super chat.
Yeah, just saw that. Thank you very much, Pete.
It's only because I want to see what he's going to do to you, Baz. It's the earworm's duty to keep the host informed. That's got a lovely shape to it, Wayne.
Thank you.
Alf Keys just joined. Says hello from South Derbyshire.
Good afternoon. Right, so that's sanded to 240 now. I'm just going to put on some acrylic sand and sealer. I'm not even going to attempt to sand the inside because I like my fingers.
Yeah.
Wipe off the excess. Good there for a minute. And I remembered I put it back on the shelf.
You can actually,
Yorkshire grid.
Wayne, somebody in
Yeah.
the group actually mentioned that gap that we can see at the top there now. Now go back a bit. On your chuck.
Oh, yeah, here.
It's a definite V-shaped groove.
It's a definite what?
V-shaped groove. That might be why your jaws are wobbling.
Right. No, the jaws themselves are wobbling for some reason. For some reason, they don't seem to be centered. What I did, I actually made the tenon too big. I know I've made the tenon too big because the tenon is bottoming out on the jaw. That was my mistake. I should know better, but obviously this time I didn't. But that's that. I do know that I made the tenon not too big that way, but I made the tenon too long.
Too
That's
deep.
right.
Yeah. Question from Rob.
Yeah.
Is it more difficult to turn something like this compared to a solid piece?
Yes, it is, Rob, because a lot of the time when you're turning something like this, you're basically you're hitting wood, you're hitting air, you're hitting wood, you're hitting air, you're hitting wood, and it's more difficult unless you've got the speed up fairly high. It's more difficult to keep the tool running in the line that you want it to because it's trying to dip in when the air's there. On the good side, like I said, on the good side, when you're hollowing out, you can actually see where the tool's going. So you can gauge the thickness of the wall, because you can actually see where the tool is as the piece is spinning.
Yeah, you can see through the shadow, can't you?
Yeah. Like if I put my hand underneath there, you can see my hand. It's also very difficult to rub in Yorkshire grit as well.
He's Glenn's had to drop out. He's got the next batch ready to pour.
No problem, Glenn. Thanks for coming in.
Colin Roberts suggests getting one of the orbs that Emma, the tiny turner, has turned, place in the middle.
Oh yeah, That would
look
actually
awesome.
that would look quite neat, that wouldn't it? Right, I'm just applying some microcrystalline wax because this. Oh, bugger! Got me cloth on the floor. It's been in this tin for months. Not to worry. This is the type of thing that does get picked up and handled quite a lot.
Manic Baker's in.
Hey, Manic. Hope you're having a good morning. And now we'll get it parted off. The difficult thing with parting these off is you can't really reach over and get a hold of it. Otherwise you might end up breaking your fingers. I'll take a fairly thin. I'm using a small or thin parting tool just to go a bit further. Take that off and just clean the bottom up with the skew chisel. Bring my stool back out. Grab my mouse. Camera. Oh my life, ugly mode. And there we have it.
That's very cool.
So just something you can do. Now I've made these in all different sizes. I think the smallest one I made was about that tall, about an inch tall, the smallest one I made. But you can make them in all different sizes. Not really sure how big this one is.
Wayne, Bat would like to know, how many turning tools do you need realistically?
How many turning tools do you need realistically? Spindle, rough,
Don't
and
say
gouge.
ball.
Right, no, spindle, rough, and gouge. Spindle gouge, parting tool, skew chisel, ball gouge. For starting off basic turning. Thank you, Nick. Much appreciated. It is, where was up to? 3.5 inches across, and it is around about 4 inches tall. So 4 inches tall, 3.5 inches across. Just a piece of crotch wood that you can find lying about just about anywhere. It just so happened that I brought a cherry tree down the other week, so I've got a fair amount of cherry that I'm working on. Yeah, Colin's saying definitely needs the iosaurin in there. Yeah, I wonder if I should just turn a sphere and colour it.
That would look really cool.
I might just do that. I might do that sometime this week. Paul, yes, I did put a finish on it. I used Yorkshire grit and then I used microcrystalline wax. Thank you, Chris, and you.
$53.
Right, guys, I'll let you get on with the rest of your morning. For you over in the US of A. The rest of your afternoon for those of you in the UK and Europe, and the rest of your evening for those of you way down in Australia. Should I do a sphere on Wednesday? No, I'm not doing a sphere live. No, I can't be bothered. Right, guys, thanks for coming along. It's much appreciated. Thanks to Pete again for the super chat. That's really appreciated. I will see you on Wednesday. I'm going to be going back to my usual and doing some colouring. I've got 2 cubic foot of ash to get processed first and get cut down into blanks. So I'll probably be doing a piece of, I've actually got a piece of hornbeam there that I got from Scott. I might colour that. But I'll be back on Wednesday. So good afternoon for now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. See you soon.
Bye, everybody.